Thank you. This is Hamid and Badway, ESOL Level 2 presentation practice. And we have 3-minute presentations and then 3 questions after. I think we're going to start with Badway, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, I chose a topic about a successful person who I admire, who is Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple Computers and a very inspiring person. I will divide my topic about his life. He established for his company Apple, and then how he went out of Apple, and what he did after that, and about his death. Went back to Apple, and after that, his death. Steve Jobs was born in 1955. And by a Joanna and Syrian born person who called Abdel Fattah Jandali. He moved to California with his parents, and then he met one of his friends who became friends, Steve Wozniak, who was also like electronics and share his ideas with Steve Jobs. They worked in Atari, and after that, Steve Wozniak showed Steve Jobs prototype for a personal computer. So Steve Jobs liked the idea, and he decided to establish Apple One computer and want to sell it. After selling Apple One, they started to build Apple II, and it was a very successful product. And Apple became a huge company in 1980. And after 2 years, they had some problems about products and the prices. So the chairman and the management for Apple decided to get Steve Jobs out of the chairman. So he resigned from Apple and established his own new companies. It was called Next. It was a very successful company, but in software, not in hardware. After then, he also bought an animation company which called Pixar for $10 million and sell it to Disney later. In 1997, Apple was poor for ideas and was about to vanish. So they asked Steve Jobs to come back to his company, and he back to it as a CEO. And then he made a lot of revolutionary products like iTunes and iPods, and they were very successful products, and Apple became a very successful company in 2007. Steve Jobs died in 2011 after struggle after diagnosed with cancer in 2003. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Have you got any questions?
First question. Thank you for your presentation. And can I ask you, the Steve Jobs, more smart than Einstein, for example, to choose this topic?
Actually, it's not about is smart or not, but he is a very inspiring person who started his life from nothing and started a very successful company in the garage. Became the #1 company in the world.
Okay, thank you. And second question, can I ask you? You mentioned in your topic about Next Company. He published Next Company. This is for software.
Yeah.
So can I
Yeah.
ask you which type exactly of software he made it?
They provided software for Macintosh. They made a lot of software for the operating system itself, and they sold it to Apple computer.
And last question about what do you think about the best items for the Apple? It's make a profit for the company. It's iPad or iPhone or iPod.
The best profit was or best successful product was iTunes and iPod. That was like about a mine of gold for Apple, and especially the other product was the iPhone. It was a revolutionary product, and they sell millions. And for example, the iPhone, they sold 350,000 iPhone in one day in 2013.
Okay, and finally we have Hamid, who's going to talk about the technology of 4G and 3G. Thank you.
I will be talking about GSM system, and I chose this topic because I have a knowledge and experience in this topic. So my presentation in 3 sections: the history of the GSM, the difference between 3G and 4G, and my experience in the field in GSM. So let's back to the first section. The first generation was started in 1980. It was analog speed communication and used from the army as walkie-talkie, And the second generation, it was in 1995. It was digital modulation of speed communication, advanced security and roaming. It used for mobile and calls for the population. And the third generation, it was in 2000. It was digital modulation of speed communication, global harmonizations and roaming, and it used for the mobile calls and data internet. And the fourth generation, it's LTE. It was in 2010. And the difference, let's move to second paragraph of my presentation. The difference between 3G and 4G. 3G download speed and web browsing, it's slow. And video and music stream, it's poor quality. About the 4G, the download speed and web browser is fast, and video music, it's high quality, HD quality. Let me highlight about some points. The main difference between 3G and 4G. The 3G needs to transfer the data from the mobile to the tower and then is back to the main server in data center. But in the 4G, no need to back to the main server in data center, because the main server is the tower, and even they can share your personal details of your mobile, like your number, your location, with the nearest towers. It's not one tower, it's nearest maybe 2 or 3 towers. So this is the main difference. And it's nice to know your mobile each 3 milliseconds is sending message from your mobile to the nearest towers. It's like say hello. Its name in GSM system is hello message. I have experience in 2G and 3G and 2G, 3G and 4G, as I'm working for Huawei company in Saudi Arabia as telecom engineer. The first year I was worked for installation project, and then I'm working 7 years for operation and maintenance project. My work was in data center and main servers. It's in 3G called MSC, and in 4G it's called MMS. So finally, a new generation, usually it's released every 10 years. The mobile system is one of the best invention of the last century because engineers make the world small village and the information getting transferred easily.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Have you got any questions?
Yeah. Actually, I just want to ask about the 5G. Do you think 5G is one of the reasons of the COVID-19?
To be honest, this is one of the stupid thing I heard about in the internet, because the technology is not dependent of the virus. They cannot make the virus. If the microwave, it's meaning microwave technologies, I can tell you it's make like cancer for the people who's it's like opposite of it, but it's like technology is not no any reason it's make like coronavirus.
Okay. My other question: Do you think? Why do you think United States made a lot of restriction about Huawei for making the 5G?
To be honest, I in my opinion, because it's like economy issues, is it's because they have this is technology and they will get lot of money, Huawei company, and they not allowed to give this is technology to another company. This is one part of my answer. And second part, the privacy issues, Chinese privacy issues.
So, are you totally agree with the government, U.S. government?
No, with Trump.
Not Trump. Okay. It's all system. It's not supported by many countries, not only by United States.
Yes, but I agree with them to release this technology because the circulation of the technology every 10 years should be released one technologies. So now we are late, but also I agree with USA about the privacy. Huawei cannot take all data for all the people they connect to 5G. This is not, I think is not right.